In this video, I'm going to show you an external Max for Live LFO plugin that can be used to apply controls to parameters on different tracks. So here I have this simpler instrument preset called Drum Moment. And if I play a key, you can see it has kind of an interesting sound. Now, this instrument looks a bit different than the instruments we've seen in the other videos, and that's because the only thing we're looking at are the macro knobs. If I go over here to the 4 buttons, I can click these and reveal the actual instrument. This is a simpler instrument in multi-sample mode, and bundled with it is a frequency shifter and a delay device. I'm going to double-click the title bars to hide those. We can just deal with the macros, that's fine. You will learn in a later video how to map macros and rename them and create them and things. But for right now, just take my word for it that this is in fact the instrument. I'm going to go to the Max for Live category, and this time under Max Audio Effect, I'm going to find LFO.amXD. Now, because the LFO.amXD is an audio effect, it can go on audio tracks or MIDI tracks. I'm going to double click it, and you can see it popped up after the instrument. As a general rule, audio effects appear to the right of instruments, and MIDI effects appear to the left of instruments. And this is very similar to the envelope control we had before. There's a map button, and there is a square in the right-hand corner that if you press it, you can see how you can map many parameters to this one LFO. And there are range controls between 0 and 100. There's also a rate and a depth. The rate controls the speed of the LFO, and when I adjust it, you can see the wave in the window is adjusted. And there's a depth knob to control the strength of the LFO. Now I'm going to map this filter frequency knob to the LFO. And you can see it kind of going crazy there. I'm going to slow this LFO down quite a lot. And I'm going to adjust the range so it's not so extreme. Now when I press a key, it's going to have this interesting movement on its filter frequency. If I wanted to, I could set the speed of the wave in musical time as opposed to clock time of hertz. I could set it to be at a whole note, a half note, 3/8, a triplet, a quarter note, anywhere in between. There are a whole range of values possible. This is good for tempo synced effects in a beat or another musical production. This LFO plugin is pretty handy when you need an LFO, but one is not readily apparent in the instrument you're using.